Congratulations and welcome to this module. Today, you're going to be learning about the 5 avatars from our program. And over the last couple of years, we have seen over 25,000 tax professionals come through our network, and we kind of get a concept of what works, what doesn't. In just the last 12 months, at the time of this recording, we've helped our advisors generate over $11 million in new revenue from tax advisory. So we know a little thing about how this works. So over the next couple minutes, I'm going to share with you the 5 avatars that you need to know and what stages you'll be at and how you'll feel it. So let's hop right over to that right now. Okay, so now we're talking about the 5 avatars. We're going to go through that here in a minute, and here's what the scaling roadmap kind of looks like here. First, you start off as a startup advisor, then an implementation advisor, then a scaling advisor, then a visionary advisor, and then you go all the way up to a legacy advisor. Now, you'll notice that you do 0 to 100,000, 100,000 to 200,000, 250 to 600, 600 to 1.2, 1.2 to $2.5 million. And this is the roadmap to scaling as a tax advisor in your business. Okay, so let's talk about startup advisor. If you're doing less than $100,000 a year, you're a startup advisor, and this is the mental challenges you're going to face. Your fear of rejection. You're going to hesitate to sell because you avoid fear of judgment or failure. You're going to feel like an imposter because you doubt your expertise or you feel unqualified to charge high fees. You're going to lack focus here. You're going to waste a lot of time doing things that you don't need to be doing that are not revenue generating activities. And you're going to be focused on too many different things. In this stage, you're probably doing this part-time and not really full-fledged into this process. That's what you're going to be feeling mentally. Okay, your business challenges, you're going to be struggling to find your first paying clients. You're going to lack confidence in pricing and closing, and you're going to be spending time on unnecessary things instead of revenue generating things. So the solutions you need to do is you need to start reaching out to the warm network, start getting these people to know about your thing. This is where you promote. You need to promote yourself. You need to promote what you do. You promote who you are. You need to learn this new process and new systems that we're teaching you. Okay. You need to start selling your first assessments and getting paid for it to start building up the confidence in pricing. Okay. And you need your daily discipline needs to be calendar management. You need to set up your calendar for success. This is where you're doing it part-time, but then you need to have your own calendar to devote time to making sure that you do this thing diligently. Okay. Now, the core modules you're going to want to watch is the CARE formula, how to consult and assess clients. Okay. You're going to want to watch Tax Maverick school trainings to learn the software and execute plans quickly and effectively. Then you're going to want to use Scale Marketing System to get clients. You're going to want to use the Get Clients Challenge or the Get Clients modules to get your first clients out the door organically. You're going to use your ideal calendar, and you're going to see how to plan your day to ensure you hit your targets. Okay. And then you're going to watch Mindset Mastery on the Startup Advisor. Okay, those are the core modules. The core outcomes is you want to build confidence, get your first paying clients, and then implement the CARE formula to start using that process. Okay, so now you've graduated. Now you're a stage above that. Now you're at $100,000 to $250,000 a year. You're making $10,000 to $20,000 a month. And in this phase, you're going to challenge is going to be over reliance on organic growth. You're going to rely solely on word of mouth and referrals, which is going to limit your scalability. At this phase, now what you're feeling is inconsistency. You're feeling scared all the time because your revenue is not consistent. It's always up, it's always down, it's always up, it's always down. You start marketing, then you stop marketing to fulfill, and then the cycle repeats. This is the death cycle where most people start to fall off. This is where most people stop to stay. This is where you're transitioning from a part-time thing to a full-time gig, right? You're actually starting to make money here. And you're going to start thinking scarcity, right? You're going to view every dollar as a cost rather than investment in growth. So any money you go out is very scary to you because it's still very unreliable of a business. It's still very, very chaotic. Okay. You're going to have short-term mindset. You're going to start thinking, you're not going to be able to think far ahead because you're only thinking about the next dollar, the next dollar, the next dollar. You focus on immediate revenue instead of building long-term marketing and fulfillment systems because of this. Okay. Now the solutions here, or the challenges here is you need to start generating leads consistently while transitioning from organic to paid marketing. This is going to allow you to get some freedom from having to do market and sell and a fulfillment and do everything in the business. It's going to get a little bit of freedom from those things, right? You need to start optimizing your sales process and improving close rates and conversions. Okay. You need to balance fulfillment and marketing while avoiding burnout. This is really challenging in this stage, but if you can master this and you follow the steps, you will be able to get to the next stage. Now, the solutions you have here is continue everything from stage one. Now you're going to start testing and optimizing paid ads. Now, if you follow the scale roadmap that we showed you guys in a module before this or after this, then you will be on the right track. Now you want to build simple, let me remind you, simple, not super hardcore, lead generation and fulfillment processes, okay, systems. It doesn't have to be an entire SOP or nothing. It just has to be you recording yourself how you do it, or you just doing it very simply, okay? Then you want to start scaling up successful actions, doing more of what worked. That's all that means, okay? Core modules, you're going to want to start using the same trainings from before, and you want to start watching leveraging paid ads. Okay. You're going to want to watch the Mindset Master on the Implementation Advisor. You're going to want to start introducing yourself to the lead nurture system, how to turn those leads, those cold leads into warm leads, and then eventually booking calls and closing calls. Okay. You're going to want to use the CARE formula so you can streamline your delivery and get faster results. All right, you're going to want to implement in this stage right here. You're going to want to be starting to watch implementation and optimization, what data to measure and how to improve it. Okay, so this is where you're going to start using the data to start leveraging systems in your business, because before this you had nothing and now you have a little bit of something. So now it's very important for you to work through. Okay, the core outcomes is you want to get consistent with monthly recurring or monthly revenue. You want to build consistent lead flow, and you want to transition over from organic to paid marketing. Okay, now stage 3, this is the scaling advisor. Now you're making $20,000 to $50,000 a month, or $250,000 to $600,000 a year. Okay, some of the challenges you're going to face is the fear of letting go, reluctance to delegating tasks, which is going to result in burnout and stagnation. You're going to feel stuck here because you're the person that has to deal with all the fires all the time, and there's more fires here than there were before because now you have more clients that you have to deal with. And all clients always have problems, and so it's just you and maybe one other person in your team. Maybe if you're at the top end, meaning like 400 to 600, you probably have 2 people in your team. And so now you have client problems and you have employee problems. Okay. So now there's going to be an over reliance on micromanaging. I need to make sure everything is perfect. I need to do everything perfect. And so what's going to happen is you're going to lead to inefficiency in actually growing the business because you're focused on the wrong things, but you don't know this yet. But you're going to be focusing on things that you should be doing and doing the thing as in a reactive rather than proactively looking forward to how to fix these things. Okay. You're not knowing who to hire. So doing this could actually, if you hire wrong, you can actually overcompensate and get under delivery in results. Okay. So your business challenges is you're going to need to refine onboarding processes to handle more clients without breaking fulfillment. This is going to be your challenge as fulfillment continues to go. As you continue to get more clients, there's going to be more problems that come up with clients. It's just natural. It's just the nature of the beast. Okay. Hiring and training the team for fulfillment and sales. This is where you're going to start. The challenge is going to start being like, oh my gosh, now I have to do marketing. I have to do sales. I have to do fulfillment, and I have to be hiring and training people. Oh my gosh, it's a lot. Yes, it's a lot, but it's not a lot in a lot of time. Like you don't have to do it all at the same time. It's little pieces of it. Okay. Managing cash flow while scaling ad spend and team costs go up. So now you're having marketing spend, plus you're having team overhead. And now you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm spending money a lot more than stage 1 and 2 is going out. Like there's more money going out in stage 3. So it gets really uncomfortable. So you get really stressed out, right? You're like, oh my gosh, what if this all falls apart? Okay. The solutions, you want to continue what you're doing in step 1 and 2. Notice there's a trend. You don't stop what got you here. You continue it and then do better. You want to refine your onboarding even further so that it becomes a systemized process so that someone else can take over. You want to start selling annual programs at this stage so that you can get higher revenue. So if you sold $2,500 assessments, now you're selling $10,000 tax plans. Hey, good stuff. Okay, now you want to start hiring strategically to build capacity. Now think about it. If you sold 5 assessments in before and you sold them at $2,500 each, that's $12,500. Now, if 2 of those people pay an extra $10,000, That's 20,000, that's $32,000 a month right there from 5 clients a month. And so if you continue that process, then you continue to scale, right? And so this is where it's going to become a little bit more challenging. Okay, core modules, scale, same thing as before. You want to leverage paid ads. You want to do the mindset mastery for a scaling advisor. You want to use the lead nurture system. You want to use the care formula, and you want to use the implementation and optimization. The last two are going to be very important for you. The last two trainings are going to be very important for you. As far as the care formula, you need to start getting the results and the execution really streamlined. And then also you're going to need to start using your implementation optimization to start optimizing all the things so that you can profit more per action that you do. You make more per money that you spent in. Okay, core outcomes, grow beyond the owner operated status. From here, now you're full-fledged into this business. Now you're a full-timer inside this business. You're doing this, a lot of the stuff. You're in the day-to-day. You're grinding it out with everyone. Now to in this page right here, you need to start getting people behind you so they can start taking over. You want to refine your fulfillment, consistently close annual programs, and that would get you to stage number 4, which is the visionary advisor. So if you made it to this stage, congratulations. Okay. At this stage, you're doing $50,000 to $100,000 a month. Now, just for context, 33 million business owners in the United States, only 7% ever hit over $1 million a year. So if you're at this stage, you're very close. Congratulations. You're breathing thin air. There's not many people up there for you. Okay. And so some of the mental challenges you're going to face at this stage is you're going to fear losing control. You're going to feel losing control. You're going to transition from being a practitioner to a leader. This is going to be a tough challenge for you because up until this point, you were the expert of taxes. You were the expert of all these things. Now you need to bring someone else that's an expert. And now you have to streamline and become a leader of a business, not you are the business. And so now you being as smart as you are and as good as you are is actually a risk to growth. It's actually risking your business from growing. If you're too smart and you're too good, then you actually stunt your growth at this level. Okay. You're going to avoid productization. And the challenges is that you're not going to create repeatable services that allow for easier scale because you are the product. You are the service at this stage. And to get out of this stage, to go past this stage, you have to stop being the service. You have to product type. Similar to how I'm doing this training right here, this is me productizing our service in a way that it doesn't require me. Now it's a we. Right? I can teach this information and all my team has to do is deliver it to you. This is how you stage yourself up. This is how you level yourself out of becoming the one head that has all the information. Okay. Over identification with the business. This is where they feel like they are the business and they resist letting other people run it. Okay. The business challenges, you need to start transitioning to more of a leverage-based sales approach. Okay. So scaling from one-to-one to one-to-many. Okay. And this way it saves you from having to have a huge team to make money. You can actually have a smaller team, a more concise team, a more profitable team, and a better overall quality of life because now you're selling one to many, not one to one. Okay. That's the difference. Developing leadership within the team to take over the day-to-day operations. So you're still stuck in the doing. So you need to start giving training and control back to the team so that they can still do what they need to do. All right. Ensuring fulfillment remains high quality as the business scales. So this is the challenge that you're probably facing is that fulfillment starts to fall. And so you start focusing over there and you get your eye off of the marketing and sales and that falls. And so it's kind of like the balance, the delicate balance of where should I go? And that's why we give you the stages where we show you what metrics you should be measuring to know where your focus should go as the owner, because you will have to jump from thing to thing, but which one should you focus on is determined by the numbers that you have. Okay. And so that's really important to know your numbers at this stage. All right. So your business solution at this stage is to continue the processes that you did before, but now you need to start transitioning your sales process to a one-to-many model, meaning like a one, and I'm talking to more people. And the reason why is so that you can leverage your time, meaning I put one effort in, that means, and I put one time in, meaning I'm doing this one recording, and I could spread this out thousands of times. And so I don't have to be the one that says the same message over and over and over. I can just get it distributed at any level. So that creates max leverage on my time. And so this is where you need to start having this huge discrepancy in leverage of time. Okay. You need to start managing leaders to start leading their people or leading their clients, right? You need to start delegating operational tasks so you don't have to do everything. You can't do everything at this stage. Like you just can't. To go to the next stage, you have to start giving things away and relinquishing control so that you can accept the new level of you. Okay. The core modules, you're going to watch scale, continue to watch scale of the paid ads. The paid ads is going to stay the same at this stage. If you're using it and it's working, you just need to start scaling it up. Just keep pushing the ad spend, keep pushing the process, keep pushing everything till it's max. You're doing more of the same that you did in the stage before, but more and better. That's it. You're not doing anything new. You're doing more and better in this stage. Okay. You want to use the mindset mastery for visionary advisor. You want to start turning this lead nurture system into, you want to use this lead nurture system. You want to use the care formula, and you want to optimize and see what data you should improve. So if you think about it, it's going in stages of things that you should focus on. And this stage, now it's all about more and better. I did good getting to this stage. Now I'm not going to do anything new. I just do what I'm doing and making everything nicer, cleaner, concise. My data's better. Everything's starting to get better, better, and better at this stage. And then that gets you to the core outcomes of transitioning to one-to-many, right? Optimizing fulfillment and building a stronger leadership team. Now, if you're in this stage right here, learning one-to-many, this is part of a higher level program, which you will be introduced to probably later on into this course. But at this stage right here, if you've already gone through this, you made quite a bit of money with us, and we want you to go to that next stage. Okay, that gets you to the final level. You have finally hit the big boss, right? You're a legacy advisor. You're a legacy advisor at this stage. You're making $1.2 million a year to $2.5 million a year. That's massive. You're making anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000 a month. Okay, and this is massive. Some of the mental challenges you're going to face to go beyond this is you're going to hesitate to scale beyond the leadership you currently have. Your fear is strategically hiring people because it keeps you stuck. Okay. Now, uncertainty in legacy planning, what's next, right? Now you have a little bit of freedom to start thinking about what's next, and you don't have any ideas of this. You don't know how to start putting all these things together. These pieces are still kind of convoluted in your mind, and you start bringing everything together and say, how can I start pushing all this together? And what happens when I'm not here anymore? What happens when the business doesn't need me anymore? Because at this stage, the business shouldn't require a lot more of you. It should be kind of efficient as far as the business is concerned. Okay. You're going to be resistant to delegation. Okay. Holding on to the control rather than employing senior leadership. Now, most people will be afraid to come to this level because they think it gets more complex. But in fact, your business becomes much more stable at this stage rather than any other stage before, because now you have the responsibility of the business can be diverted, or it can be split, so that you're not the only person that's responsible for growing this business. Now you have other components. Now you have other leadership team members that are growing and helping you grow the business. And so now culture, now vision, mission, values, all those things are going to be very important at this stage. Okay. Your business challenges is removing yourself as the bottleneck while maintaining performance. Okay. Expanding into multiple marketing channels without losing efficiency. So if you did paid ads in this section, do more of it. If it's breaking, then you start expanding into content, warm outreach, networks, paid networks, things like that, where you can start bringing in partners and you start just kind of getting multiple ways into the same funnel. Okay. You want to create long-term sustainability through leadership succession and new revenue models, meaning you need to start opening up the revenue models to other services, and also streamlining those other services to feed the system, to feed the same system. So if you're watching this right now and you haven't watched the value ladder or your new business model, go watch that module, because it shows you the ladder of the values that you, or the types of services that you will have. Okay. The business solutions, you need to start hiring team leadership. You need to have multi-channel strategies and multi-service. New offers, cross sales, upsells. This is where it's going to have renewals come into big play here. Okay. Core modules you want to watch, the hiring matrix. So this is going to be this is going to be new because it's something different now. who to hire to scale in what order. So you don't want to hire outside of order, because then you can have a bloated payroll, meaning you'll have a lot of people and not a lot of profits, and then you'll have a lot of people twiddling their thumbs, and then you have to have that conversation to let them go, and you don't want to have that. Okay, so you want to hire in lockstep as you get this revenue. You have the scale marketing system, which is scaling using paid ads. Same thing, you're using this thing here now. You want to go to the visionary, or in this case, it's legacy advisor, sorry. You want to use the nurture system, turning leads into booked calls. You want to use a care formula. Okay. You want to still continue to use everything you had before. Now, the new one is the hiring matrix, and you want to continue to implement and optimize everything else. So the core outcomes is removing you as the bottleneck and create sustainable systems and expanding. So I want to congratulate you for watching this module and completing it to the fullest. You guys are amazing. I want you to go out there and crush it. See you in the next video.